What's up guys, Cosmos here. Today we're going to check out Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is a member of the Avengers and an all-around badass. She's a hybrid melee/ranged hero in Marvel Heroes, and she's also a pretty good tank. Now let's check out her power trees. The Brawling tree has all of your melee abilities. The Photonics tree in the middle includes the ranged and tank powers, and Avionics, the last tree, has all of your movement-based powers. As usual, I marked the level where you get each power, and by level 30, you will have everything unlocked. Miss Marvel has several basic powers to choose from. The first is Mighty Punch. This is just your regular melee damage dealer. And then at level 10, you can upgrade to Photon Punch, which recharges your photonic energy as you attack. Photonic energy is your extra resource on Miss Marvel, which increases your damage and your defense, and also scales quite nicely with your hero's level. The ranged basic powers are Photonic Blast, which explodes on the first enemy it hits for some AoE damage, and then Stellar Beam, which hits everything in a straight line, piercing through enemies. Miss Marvel also has some nice stun powers. The first is called Roundhouse Kick, which stuns all enemies in front of you. Then later, you can pick up Uppercut Blast, a punch combo that knocks back enemies in front of you, and it also consumes your photonic energy to do extra damage. Cosmic Haymaker stuns bad guys in a very narrow cone in front of you. Rounding out the Brawling tree, you have Defiant Escape. This gets you out of movement impairing effects like chains and stuns and slows. Moving into the Photonics tree, Miss Marvel's ranged powers got some love in a recent patch. Photonic Wave is especially satisfying for nuking down huge packs of enemies, including a stun if they survive. Photonic Devastation is a channeled beam that's pretty expensive to keep up, but offers some of the best damage per second you can get on Miss Marvel. And finally, Stellar Flare is a charge-up AoE power that boosts your defense and explodes for extra damage using your photonic energy meter. Photonic Defense is a channeled blocking power that mitigates big hits and turns them into photonic energy. This is very similar to other tanks in the game right now. Making her even tankier, Miss Marvel has Photonic Regeneration, which gives you a huge burst of health depending on how much photonic energy you have. It's like an instant health potion on a super short cooldown, and it's probably the most effective heal in the game right now. Miss Marvel has two tanky passives that you should put at least a few points into. The first is Kree Toughness. This one gives you defense, tenacity, and attack speed. The second one is called Energy Absorption. This one gives you spirit and photonic energy regen when you take or deal energy damage. Now let's look at some mobility powers. Flying Lunge is a charge ability that stuns any enemy you hit. The upgrade for this is Warbird Charge, giving you a greater range and generating photonic energy when you hit enemies. Cruising Altitude is Miss Marvel's flight power. This also gives bonus move speed, as they've been doing with all of the flight powers. Evasive Blast is a disengage power with a ranged shot that slows enemies that it hits. And Crash Down Strike is an awesome AoE nuke on a short cooldown. This is probably my favorite power from Miss Marvel because the animation is quick and the damage is devastating. And finally, Binary Overdrive is Miss Marvel's ultimate power, and it owns. Not only does it look freaking amazing, but it makes you nigh invulnerable and burns down everything in your path. This ultimate lasts 30 seconds and rocks a 20-minute cooldown. Miss Marvel feels really powerful, both up close and at a range right now. I think they've done a good job of making her ranged nukes viable again, and I look forward to seeing what they might add in the future. That's it for me, guys. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.